The current death toll when I wrote this was reaching 30,000. Nadia sent me something yesterday that says it's 32,000. There are 50 vignettes here. Each one of them, with the current death toll being over 30,000, each one of these represents over 600 others who've been killed. We want to acknowledge their suffering and that of their families. We want to get more and more people involved in our campaigns from all communities.
Israel's bombardment of Gaza on this unprecedented scale has killed thousands upon thousands of innocent people, including more than 4,000 children at that point. No parent should ever have to write their child's name on their body so they can be identified if they do not survive the next missile. No child should ever die with written on their body, unknown. The suffering of innocent Palestinians cries out as a great wrong. As I have said before, the Archbishop, the evils of Hamas cannot be paid by the civilians of Gaza. International humanitarian law exists for a reason, to protect our common humanity in war. It is our shield against barbarity. As a religious leader, I can say that the killing of so many civilians, the extensive damage to civilian infrastructure, cannot be morally justified. Our common humanity must find another way to achieve justice, security, and peaceful coexistence for Israelis and Palestinians from now on and in the future. In Christ's name, we cry out from our hearts, no more. The killing must stop.
I wanted to write a poem, but they told me there was no space for me to write or to recite it. So I wanted to write a song, but there are no notes that can blanket unburied corpses, nor an anthem that can cower the cries of a mother, nor comfort the shoulders of a haunched father, unburying their child from rubble to bury amongst craters left by bombs. Did God leave us this destiny? Did the skies just rain bullets one day on them? Or did the blue sky turn white and phosphoric as though a season was in anticipation? I wanted to write a letter, but there is no ink that can color innocent blood except red, nor a sonnet that can be strung to souls that were left with backs turned on them under an unforgiving eye that did not weep, but stood still as they screamed. I wanted to write a poem, but there is no metaphor that can artistically posit how a baby's cheek is sheared through an explosion, nor a father having to amputate his own daughter's leg for her survival. Do parents birth their children whole only to sever them to ensure they can breathe another breath? Is the breadth between sky and earth so small that the first breath breathed by a newborn would be its last? Does a mother birth her child from her womb just to unearth its small fingers from rubble, to bury it back from her womb into the earth? I wanted to write a poem of hope and peace, of the hues of green, but I could not rest without turning this poem into an epitaph, except I do not know on whose grave I should lay it to rest, on the uncountless bodies that toll like fuel prices and the price of blood no longer worthy to write of. So should this poem be a eulogy to our moral compass, our conscience, that we lay to rest every day we turn back to our sleep? I wanted to write a poem, but my Words fail me as the world fails them, as I failed them, so I wrote this trial of words, of pittance, of a meek apology. This is the poem I did not intend, but it wrote itself.
Our difference, our opposition, extends to everyone who supports the Zionists in power in Israel. Every death resulting from their actions, every dispossession, every assault is a tragedy. Anyone who isn't able to demand a ceasefire is complicit. Our common humanity tells us there must be a ceasefire now, and more than that, the occupation must end. There can be no justice, no peace under occupation. Solidarity. Free Palestine.
Free, free! Palestine! Free, free! Palestine! Free, free! Palestine! Free, free! 7-8!
Israel is a terrorist state.
5-6-7-8!
Israel is a terrorist state.
Free, free!
Palestine.
Free, free!
Palestine.
Free,